Hello everyone. In this video, let's talk about an update that just came out from Recall AI. They just pushed this out and they have a few things that have been improved with the UI and the notebook in general. So let's go ahead and walk through them. As we can see here, we can see the card design has changed a bit so that now they have customizable tabs. Let's actually go ahead and in the app and we can show this. So this is the typical interface that you would be greeted with when you click on one of the objects. They're a little bit different depending on whether it's a note that you manually added in here or it's some content that you pulled in from Recall. We can see the changes a lot easier with this particular view. One is going to be the image at the top. It now goes all the way across the top, where before it was just a little square that showed here. And I think this is actually a nice touch. You cannot actually move this image or reposition the image. That might be something that would be nice to have, but right now I think it does look a little bit better than before with the image at the top going all the way across and then this little gradient or shading that it have from top to bottom. Outside of that, you can still come in here and change the images if you want to. So that's still the same. The other pieces that have changed here, we'll go ahead and close the little navigation pane. We can see now that there is a split view here, and in this split view, it is pretty customizable now that they've added a few things in here that you can do. The first thing is that now you can drag and reorder these tabs here at the top. So if you want them in a specific order, then you can go ahead and move them. That's fairly easy. Something you couldn't do in the old design, but now you can. And if you want to switch the different panes here, you can also do that as well. So the notebook, which is typically over here, is now shown right here on the side. As you can see, I can actually swap the reader and the notebook. You can actually select any of these here and then swap those around. So it just depends on what you want to be on this side. You just click on it and then send it over here to this side here. So if you want the graph over here, maybe you want to click on the reader and have the graph shown all at the same time, you can do that. Now, if you don't want this window here, you can actually just go ahead and collapse this here. So then you just have either one or both sides open. If I come over here and let's send the reader there, open up the notebook. If the text is not to your liking, before what you had to do was actually change the text of the UI itself of the browser. And now what they've done is they've given you the ability to change the text irrelevant of what the browser is set up to for its text zoom. So if you need to increase that text and make it bigger, you can do it without affecting the rest of the browser and the browser tabs. If you need to reduce it, you can go here to 0.8. So 80% is the smallest you can make it. For me, this is way too small anyway. I would typically want to make it bigger. So yeah, if you want to make it smaller, and you only have the option to put it to 80% or make it 20% smaller than what it originally was. Now, if we go back to the release notes here, let's see if there's anything else. We went over the reading space, the split view, improved readability, the font changes. They fixed some image flickering that used to happen in there, so that's good. There were some issues on Android where you'd be typing, and if you start typing really quick, the keyboard would jump around and you start typing in places that you were not supposed to. It looks like they fixed that. I'll have to check that out. It also looks like they've improved the algorithm here for retrieving or responding to notebooks with, I guess, smaller amounts of text in it. So that should be better for some people. And then they have coming soon where they're going to start working on the mobile app and putting some enhancements there and editor and AI improvements. And then also the bulk options that we've been waiting for here. They're going to start working on the bulk tag operations. And this is something that a lot of people have been asking for, myself included. So this would be great once they're able to release this feature. But this is a quick video just to do a rundown, showed you what changes there have been from previous. So yeah, I think it's been a good release, and you cannot, one thing I've noticed here is if with the split pane, I don't see the option to make one pane smaller or bigger than the other. I thought when I was on the beta for this here. I thought when I was in the beta that you could actually kind of resize these panes, but you cannot. So you can come over here and you can make the browser bigger or smaller if you want. But if you want to shrink, say, just one pane and make another pane bigger than the other, then it looks like that is not possible. But otherwise, everything else is pretty solid. It's a pretty good change to the UI, and I think it's going to make it a bit more functional and improve the experience here for people who are using Recall on a daily basis. All right, so that's going to be it for this video. If you like the content, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. And until the next time, have a nice day.